So let's talk about why high schools don't want to send their students to community college. And there's really two main reasons for this point, and I really didn't stumble upon this fact or this realization until like recently. So I recently just graduated from UC Berkeley. I attended community college, and while in high school, I attended 3 different high schools. Yes, 3 different high schools. So 2 private schools and 1 public school. And before we dive into like why high schools don't want to send their students to community college, it's important to like note the difference between the 2 different high schools. So you have your private schools and you have your public schools. And the extent of the issue really varies between your public and private school, but the agenda is still the same. Neither high school wants to send their students to community college. So let's start off with the private schools. So they're a business. They're not funded by the state or anything, so they need to operate like a business. And how are they going to drive revenue? So they're going to drive revenue by students' tuitions. And how do they do that? They need to increase their enrollment rates. So with doing this, how do you increase your enrollment rates? Well, you got to show to parents that there's some type of value for attending this private school rather than a free public school. So you do this by showing the parents that, hey, we've sent these students to top universities in the last graduating class, whether that be UCLA, UC Berkeley, Stanford, Ivy League schools. So these parents are going to be like, wow, like I want my student to go to these top universities. I want them to be in a structured high school so they could also go to university. And that parent influence plays another important role that I'll talk about later on. But okay, so you have the matter of fact that these high schools, they want to send their students to top universities to maintain that track record. They want to be able to sell to new parents year in and year out that we're sending these students to top universities. And you see that with high school graduation pamphlets. So with graduation pamphlets, you'll have your top students on the front page. Oh wow, they're going to Stanford, Yale, Harvard. And once you start flipping to the other pages, you have your, middle of the pack universities like Oregon, LMU, just middle of the pack universities where the acceptance rate is a bit higher. And then towards the end, usually you'll have your students that are either enrolling into the military or that are going to community college. And why are they at the end of the pamphlet? Well, they just don't want to advertise that their students are choosing these unconventional routes that aren't very glamorizing or very marketable to incoming parents to make the case that you need to send your student to this private school to get into these top universities. So that's just the case that they want to send their students to top universities regardless if that's the best decision for that student, regardless if financially that even though they might be spending $40,000 per year on tuition, even though it'd probably be a better decision to just go to community college and get 2 years for free. No, they'd rather send their students to universities to maintain their status as a school that always sends students to universities. So I know I just talked a lot right there, but just to take a step back. So private schools, the extent that they do this is very strong rather than a public school that they don't really need to do that. They're gonna get students regardless because they're a public school, and they're gonna get funding regardless as well. But even though on that point, they still wanna maintain themselves as a good public school. So they wanna still be able to advertise that even though they're not a private school, they're still a good school and able to send students to top universities. So having attended private school and public school, I definitely felt the pressure more to go to university. The route of going to community college was just like never on the plate, really. Never really advised to do so. So that's just the reality of things and the secret agenda that they really work under, which it's really harmful to students. You'll have these high school advisors telling these students to go to these universities that are across the country because they just want to be able to advertise that their students are going to these universities. And even though it might not be the best financial decision, a lot of these students are being advised to go to these universities and get in thousands and thousands of debt. So it's extremely harmful and it's just not talked about enough. And lastly, for like my last point, the parent persuasion. So for a parent, when they send their student to a private school, they want a return on their investment. They're just not happy enough with saying their student is going to community college. It's usually not on the plate, and usually the parent will try to persuade them to go to any university that they get into, even though if it's a low-ranking university or if they're going to get in so much debt. So why do they do this? Because They basically want to be able to brag to their friends that their son or daughter is going to university. There's not really much to brag about to go into community college. It's just not a glamorizing route. Anybody could get into community college. It's free, 100% acceptance rate basically, but there's just nothing glamorizing about it. And although it's the best route, I think it's the best route for most high school students. If you don't get into a top 25 university, I think high school students should go to community college. The parent persuasion and the high school persuasion of high school counselors just giving bad advice is really strong, and that's just why you don't have a lot of students going to community college, because they're not advised to do so. So that's just the reality of things. I just wanted to shed light on that. It just recently came to me of like why this is the case too. So it's kind of just like my own thought and from like my own experiences as well. But that's kind of all I have for today. Let me know if you agree or don't with my assertions. Don't forget to like and subscribe too. It's free, so why not do it if you want to. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.